Okay, so thank you for your patience. We have been trying to live stream this, and that did not quite work out, but we don't want to dilly-dally. It's already after 8 o'clock, and we've got so much great information for you. So first of all, I'm Jana Bullard, and I've been doing this 9 years, reluctantly. Like, the people that say, I don't think you can lose weight. I've done everything. I don't want to have a link. I'm that person. And so I am looking forward to sharing some information with you, with some of my friends, and then we'll get the recording out to the rest of them. So one of the things I say is that means if I can do this, anybody can do it. And so I have a couple of wonderful partners tonight. One is going to be Julie, and the other is going to be Kelsey. And so Julie, first of all, would you pop up that first slide? Because I want to talk about the fact that when I started 9 years ago, I started with a base weight loss kit. I had watched Melissa Corbin, and I'd worked with her in banking for 6 years. And I saw her sharing on Facebook, but y'all had a cabinet full of probably $1,500 to $2,000 worth of stuff. I had never been successful. I had heard like not a word from anyone, and I'd never shared a link because I was in banking. And I thought, like, why are you doing that with all your graphics on Facebook? And so I started, and interestingly enough, the things that have changed my life, other than one product, they didn't exist then. So I want to talk about innovation. And so, Julie, pop up that first. And we don't want to keep you a long time tonight.
Okay, I have it popped up. Is it not showing?
Okay, it's up. Okay, perfect. I can't see it.
Everybody see it?
Can y'all see it? Thumbs up.
No, it's just a big long line.
Her computer screen is all I see.
It just has your screen. So click it, Julie.
That's what I'm seeing in front of me. It says you are screen sharing or stop share.
So it has a check mark in the white box. You might need to double click it to make it open.
They go up now? Made it real big.
No, we can't see that.
Oh, well, are we just having a fine time tonight?
I know.
Let me play. I'm mute and I'll play around with it. Hold up.
Okay.
Because it says you are now screen sharing. So it should be, says you are using enhanced encryption. Let me stop share and try again.
Can you do share and don't do screen and share a pic and go to the pics? There it is. Okay, so I started almost 9 years ago. I bought a kit, less than a kit, didn't open it for 2 months, lost 46 pounds in 5 months. But y'all, I got off migraine medicine, allergy medicine, stopped taking naps, stopped sleeping my life away. So when I talk about innovation, I love this because it's ever changing. Right now, I'm 55 years old, and the biggest topic I've ever seen is diabetic shots called weight loss shots. And so GLP-1 is something that your body can create. And so I say all that to say that we're innovative. We are literally the only people that have this product. We're the only one that has clinical trials. And I started with some things that I was willing to settle for. And so when people say, like, I don't want a bunch of stuff, like my doctor's helping me with that, like that doesn't offend me ever, because I was that same person. And so we are changing the face of what we do. And so of the 5 main products that I use and rely on today, Global Blend is the only one that we've had. It was our flagship product. And I believe every human being should take them. But I realized later I had gut problems, and I added products that we've only had for 3 years. About, gosh, probably 2017, we incorporated a product called Shine that is a female hormone optimizer. Well, y'all, I am in full-blown menopause without hot flashes, but we didn't have that when I started. And so that's why I like to talk about innovation, because if you're going to think about products that work, they need to work. If you want to think about like helping people with, a side gig or whatever, y'all, it has to be something that is needed in the marketplace. And so right now, we sold a 6-month supply of a GLP-1 product in 17 days. We had the only clinical clinical test, and it has more blends. No one has that. And so what used to work a long time ago, you've got to be moving with the times. You've got to be moving with what we've done to our bodies in America. So I love that we're innovative. And so Kelsey actually started since then. She didn't start a long time ago like Julie and I. And Kelsey, I'm going to have her share her story, and we can, hopefully you can unmute Kelsey. And so Kelsey started after GLP-1. But she didn't just start with that, and she's had an amazing story. So I want Kelsey to unmute, and if you can't, we'll figure that out. And I want her to share, because not only the innovation has changed what has happened with Kelsey, but she started with what we've been good at for 14 years. This didn't just happen. So Kelsey, you look beautiful, first of all.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
So yes, love
Okay.
it. So thank you, first of all, for popping on tonight. I know you're super busy. You're a mom. You're on the summer break from school. But tell us, where were you at? How did you find this? And what has happened to you?
So I started March 11th, and that was just being a customer. But before that, I was always tired. I'm a preschool teacher. I drive a school bus. I have 2 kids in sports, and I'm a full-time college student. And every day I would literally tell my kids, look, y'all go play. Unless you're dying, bleeding, something's broke, don't come get me. I need a nap. Like when I came home from work every day, even if we had practice, I was going to squeeze in a 20-30 minute power nap. So that's changed. I think I've taken like maybe 2 naps since I've started, and that's only because one day we were on a field trip, forgot all my products, so I didn't take them. But other than that, like I don't take naps anymore. I have a lot of energy. I feel amazing. And before I started all this, I was also over my full-term pregnancy weight. So yes, I am currently down 29 pounds, 20 inches, and 6 pant sizes. I've
Okay,
tried.
let's just wait. Pause for effect.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, wow. Okay, continue.
So like looking back now, because I'm an adult, I was not fat in school. But there was probably maybe 2 other girls bigger than me, like on my softball and volleyball team. But other than that, I was one of the biggest girls. So I've always been overweight in my eyes. So for me to find this, because I've tried several things. I've tried shots. I've tried, and I'm not gonna cry. I've tried weight loss pills. I've tried a lot of things, and I've never been successful. And like when my kids see me every day, but when I show them pictures from like the beginning to now, and they're like, wow, Mom, I can really tell. I'm sorry.
No,
It's on mine and
you're
Carol's.
amazing. You're amazing.
Anyways, so where else now?
So Kelsey, how did you find this?
Okay.
Remind us of that.
So Carol Short is actually one of my mother's high school friends. My mom actually went to school in Post. And unfortunately, I watched Carol for 6 years before I decided to jump on the bandwagon. And I'm glad I did. So yeah, so I mean, I've known Carol all this time because we went up there. My grandparents used to live in Post, so like I've been around Carol and her family, and so yeah.
Okay, so Kelsey, that's amazing. And I've interacted with you for a while, and you've helped other people as well. And so you hit Silver Manager last month, and you were determined to do that. And I know one of your really good friends has started sharing as well. So why did you do that? And what has been like the culture, the income part? And thank you for saying that you watched Carol, my skinny friend that started with me 9 years ago, for sleep. And people go, well, I can't do this. I don't have. She didn't have any weight to lose. And look at what happened because you followed her. It's a trust and it's a sharing business. That's all it is. So thank you for saying that, Kelsey. And Carol is thebomb.com. So thank you for saying that. But you also decided to share. So talk to us about that and what has the community and the income like? Tell us about that.
So first off, talk about your skinny friend. So whenever I go to put Carol in groups with, customers or what have you, I'm like, okay, so she doesn't need to lose weight. She's in it for wellness, but, and then, go on about the spill. But so I just thought like there are other people like me that have tried all the things and nothing's worked. So if it's working for me when nothing else has, then why wouldn't it work for somebody else? Why can't I get somebody else to try this? And so I added it up earlier, and since from April 22nd to now, I've made over $1,500.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know,
Okay.
right? I was literally in my
Okay, I
calculator.
didn't even know that, Kelsey. So that was amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. So I've only ever paid for my first initial X bundle with the GLPX kit. That's all I've ever paid for out of pocket without commissions. Like,
Okay.
from my earnings.
So we're going to camp with you for just a little bit. Julie, we're going to stay with her for just a little bit. So you got it quick. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living, Kelsey?
I am a pre-K aide. I actually just took my exam to be the pre-K sped teacher, and I'm waiting for that result tomorrow. Hoping and praying every day that I get that. I also drive a school bus, and I love working with the kids.
So that's incredible. You got paid quickly. You started with a friend of your mom's that didn't need to lose weight that started with me for 9 years ago when I thought this was stupid. Julie, would you pop up that success story, like the ranks and the bonuses? Because Kelsey literally just said, I've made $1,500. If you look at this, and y'all bear with us, okay? Julie and I are not the biggest tech people, but hold on, okay? If you look at that, when she gets it up, she's made exactly what our income summary says. And she had a full-time job. And I remember she had 2 jobs, and Carol and I were chatting with her, and big, huge kudos to Carol. Okay, you're still on the screen share though. Will it double click? Anyway, so what it says is that y'all, a manager averages $400 a month. Who do you know that needs $400 a month? It says silver manager averages about 964. So that means she's a silver manager. She accomplished both of those very quickly. She got the bonuses. I know she earned a retreat. I know she earned some swag from me. And so this is just somebody that everything changed. She was in tears and she moved forward with it. And so that's what this is all about, y'all. People need what we have, but the only way that they find out is when somebody will help them. And Julie, it didn't pop up, so that's okay. And y'all, I literally cannot pop it up from my computer. If I was on my iPad, I'd be like, boom, boom, boom. But here we are. So hold for the rest of the story, because if Julie and I can do this, anyone can do this. So I love that she shared that. And recently, and we may not be able to get this up on screen, y'all, but I was visiting with a counterpart, and they were talking about a story. And the story was really like the woman and the buckets in the pipeline. And, you've seen like women in other countries carrying buckets on top of their heads. And it talked about, and he shared with me that she was hauling buckets every day. And she wanted to make a difference in her family's life, but she was literally hauling buckets over and over and over. And that's what I was doing. I was working 60 to 70 hours a week in corporate America. And my last 9 months, I had turned a district completely around. And I was told I didn't qualify for the bonus. So I had not only traded 60 to 70 hours a week, but I had traded sleeping in the hotels in that city. working with them and leading them to great things. And the Fixer, have y'all ever watched Scandal, Olivia, although not all that stuff? But I was like the fixer. It's like, we're going to go and either fix this district or we're going to help them understand that they have a problem. So that's what I was. And so if my job qualified for me to go trade my time for sleeping in a hotel, driving for hours, all that kind of stuff, then I wasn't able to be paid. And so I was like the woman carrying all the buckets. I carried all the buckets on my head, but I didn't necessarily ever, it's not showing Julie. So I never really got paid for it. And so, but this woman figured out that if I built a pipeline, I don't have to carry the buckets. Y'all, I was not open to the pipeline. I was a career banker. I made what I thought was pretty good money, even though I was $30,000 in credit card debt, even though I knew the right answer. But when life, teenagers, ill parents, everything hit, it doesn't matter if you know the answers, you need more money. So I was trying to haul more buckets, and then people were telling me that my buckets didn't matter. And so what my friend shared not too long ago is, so are you trading hours for dollars? Are you fighting the limits on your growth? Like, I literally did the work and they told me I didn't qualify. Well, I qualified to sleep in a hotel. I qualified to be away from my family. How do I not qualify for the bonus of helping the district achieve? Are you scrambling for free time? Y'all, I was already running an enormous singular business. I was making more money doing this than I was with the bank, but it's all I'd ever known since I was 19 years old. I didn't know what different to do. And so I was this woman. And so you fast forward to where you at, that's where I was at. I was building other people's dreams and they were telling me, you don't qualify for the pay. I was showing up early, going home late, but y'all, that's what we do, right? And so I was not open to a pipeline of business. I've never done anything like this before. I really thought it was silly. And I love that because most people are like me. You are literally not listening to what I say, and you're not going to believe what Julie says. But you heard what Kelsey said because she's new. She just made money while she's working the bus and the school, and she lost some weight. My story's too big, but I was exactly where you were at. I did not understand the potential of what that could do. And so that's where I want my friend Julie to share. Julie and I only know each other because of Singular. We are sister lines, meaning I don't make money off her. She doesn't make money off me. We're close to the same age, but we're completely different demographics. I'm a grandmother. I think she's going to have her first daughter wed, right? I'm pretty sure that's your first wedding. But the minute we met each other, we just loved each other because I believe that we're women of integrity. We love our family. We love people. We want people to thrive. And we found something we love. And then now we've gotten to meet these other women. And so I want Julie to share her story because coming from my 29-year banking, I knew I needed money, but I traveled too much to make it. But I knew one day my husband would retire from the state where he didn't make much money and he would get another job and we'd try to catch up. I also knew from banking that sometimes life hits and you didn't plan on it. That's what happened to Julie. And like most women, especially, they don't have a plan. And when anything happens, they're desperate. And so Julie, unmute, share your story of how you started. And I know Kelsey's story resonated with you because that's kind of when your eyes opened. And then why did this become super important to you?
Absolutely. Congratulations, Kelsey. First, let me tell you on all your success so far. It really tugs at my heartstrings because as a former school teacher myself, I just feel like that's what we're, called to do is help people change their lives and take them on a journey. And so I know that you're going to impact a lot of people with that. So congratulations, again on that. And of course, Jana, I just love her to death. We have traveled, built business together, made memories together, shared heartache together. And that's going to be a part of what I share with you. So let me back up. I've been with Singular for 11 years now, and I got started when I saw my good friend Robin Packard had lost a lot of weight. I'd been trying to lose weight myself, and I'd lost about 6 pounds in 6 weeks doing it the old fashioned way, which is what a lot of people believe is what you're supposed to do. Eating healthy, a lot of salads, and working out sometimes twice a day. Well, all that really got me was eating ibuprofen like candy, lots of pain, lots of inflammation, and really at age 46, just thinking, is this how it's going to be for the rest of my life? And so much like what Jana said, I was perimenopausal, starting all the things. And when I saw Robin Packard and she'd lost 84 pounds in 7 months, I was like, oh my gosh, what have you done? I want some of that. Because when she walked away, my husband said, who are you talking to? And I said, well, that was Robin, because he'd known her for years. And he said, wow, she's lost a lot of weight. And I said, yes, she has. But then these words I will hold in my mind forever. He said, but she looks so healthy, because people resonate fast weight loss and a lot of weight loss with not looking good or not being done healthfully. So that's what I wanted. So Robin helped me get started. In 8 days, I lost 6 pounds in 8 days compared to 6 pounds in 6 weeks. So I was already sold just with the 6 pounds lost in 8 days, but I lost 1.5 inches off of my belly button alone. That was amazing. I could bend over and tie my tennis shoes and sit back up and breathe again without gasping for air. It's like the clouds had parted. I had a happier mood. I felt better. I could buckle my pants, button them instead of just taking a ponytail holder and going through the hole to the button and back again. I don't know if you've been there or done that or not, but so I was very quickly sold on the product results and was so super excited. I was shouting it from the rooftops and knew I had a lot of girlfriends who had the same struggles that I had. So I was sold on the program, like I said, as far as product results. And in just under 7 months myself, I had lost over 50 pounds and went from a size 15, 16 to a size 4, 5. And I calculated all of my inches lost, and it was over 4 feet of fat off of my body, from my necklaces fitting looser to my wrists, my watch needing to have links taken out of it, my hat, my cowboy hat size, crazy to think you can lose weight in your head. My cowboy hat was too big, all the things. So actually, my kids at that time were 13, 11, and 3 years old, and they had their happy mom back. Really, at age 46, they had a happy mom back again. So that, when she talks about Kelsey, I quickly was telling my girlfriends about it. They wanted to do it just like I wanted what Robin had. And in a couple of months, my products were being paid for as well, too. Literally, I've never had to pay out of pocket for any products I've used in 11 years. That in itself is a win, right? That's a game changer, to just know that I didn't have to take out of my grocery budget, my gas budget, my kids' activity budget, to take products that keep me healthy. And at age 57, I'm completely prescription free and have a clean bill of health. And I have been in maintenance with my weight loss all of this time. And my kids, when they talk about how this has been life-changing for their mom, it's been, we got our mom back. She plays with us in the yard. She's an active mom. She can keep up with me, because I want to be that crazy grandparent like Jana talked about, that when my kids are having kids, because we got a late start in life, I don't want to be on the couch watching on the sidelines again. I want to feel good enough. And that's what these products have been the gift for me as far as the weight loss and the wellness. But as Jana mentioned, so 2 things happened. Let me back up. At about 4 months in, I had the mindset I'm getting paid to lose weight, which was very motivating anyway. But when you tell somebody about the journey you're on, it kind of holds you accountable too. So I also like to tell people, just tell your friends, because they're going to talk you off the ledge. And when you're literally getting paid to lose weight, which is what I thought, it's very motivating to keep going to reach your goals, because I honestly thought I could lose 20 pounds and that was it. But when your body gets healthy, you're just in a fat burning machine, and it found its, healthy resting place. But I had a light bulb moment, because I was making about $1,800 a month as a silver manager, which is where Kelsey is at. And that is really a gift in itself when you're raising 3 small children in rural America. And we lived about an hour out of town. So to buy a tank of gas just to go to a ball game costs a lot of money, right? You just don't go when you can't afford to even pay admission to get into ball games. And I'm a teacher, like I said, and even though I have 90 hours towards my doctorate in education, which I don't say to brag or boast, but comparatively, what I've been able to make with the income opportunity here, and not trade time for dollars, because the only way I was going to make more money and climb the pay scale, which I had maxed out, by the way, with my years of service in teaching. And so as they start to riff teachers like me and hire somebody that's younger, because they don't cost as much money to have them on the pay scale. So, I kind of maxed all of that out, but I was going to have to spend time being an administrator and spending my nights away from my kids more and more and more, and being, supervising extracurricular activities. So with a 3-year-old in tow, I wasn't interested in that. So I really took a long, hard look at that silver manager rank and thought, wow, I'm making this much money right now, just telling my friends about it and getting paid to lose weight. What if I took this seriously? And I'm so glad I did, because it's allowed me to be a stay-at-home mom to my children. I've homeschooled over the years. They're now 24, 22, and 14. And so the rest of my product story is, along with the innovative product GLPX and my daughter getting married this month, I wanted to firm up, get a little more fit. Every mother of the bride, I think, wants to do that, right? So with the help of GLPX and some of the gut health products, I'm down another 9 pounds and almost 2 more clothing sizes, which is really a confidence booster when you're trying on those gowns in the dressing room. Let me tell you what, because that can, be pretty intimidating. But, the product story for me is great, clean bill of health. But what I didn't know when I got started with Singular all those years ago was how the story was going to end as far as my husband. And so we went to a conference once, and the keynote speaker talked about, are you prepared for impact? And so her message was, nobody knows what's going to be around the corner. And at the time, this says content is being sent to a third party. Should I click got it?
Yes, because Tennessee's streaming it now for me.
Okay. I just didn't want to have some hackers getting in and showing some,
Yeah, we had that ugly
dangerous, so content. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll continue.
Triple-rated hacker.
That was scary.
Scary.
But so after the speaker talked about, are you prepared for impact? At the time, I thought that just meant if my husband breaks a leg, can I, provide an income for him as a horse trainer and support my family as he's healing? And so I got really serious, and I saw a lot of vision in the ranks and the income opportunity. And in less than 2 years, I completely replaced my teaching income and build a pretty significant organization is helping people. And the power of residual income is that this is willable, number one. So if something happens to me tomorrow, my kids inherit my business and continue to keep it and get the same kind of income that I've been making. And I didn't know at the time when I was building this, I just caught a glimpse at Kelsey's level at what this could do. And so I'm so glad I did, because 4 years ago, this fall, my husband we lost my husband to an aggressive form of prostate cancer. It was a 2-year battle and we lost him. And because of what I saw a glimpse of at that time and got busy and started learning and doing and had a belief for what this could do for my family, my light bill has always been paid. I mean, I've never had to worry about the bills. The lifestyle that we built here, I was able to continue because of Singular. The community, the support, the way they rally around you during your time of, tragedy is like none I've ever seen. Oftentimes better than my own family and friends, the kind of support you get here with this culture and community. And so I'm thankful because, raising a 14-year-old, I went from, having 2 parents in the household for 20 years to being a single parent. And it's hard. It's tough out there. And this business and this opportunity has relieved a lot of that stress for me. So the products, I can't imagine where I'd be with my health had I not had them, as I was being a caregiver as we were battling cancer. And the stress that usually cripples people, I've been able to stay healthy and prescription free, but also the income, because if you've got kids, it takes a lot of money. And now planning, we got 3 weddings on the table, right? And so if you have a girl, you know what that costs. I can comfortably provide for my kids and the dreams and still travel the world with these people who are amazing people. And so that kind of ties into, one of the things, we weren't able to afford a honeymoon when my husband and I got married. And about 13, 14, maybe 15 years into our marriage, when we earned our first entry-level trip with Singular at the Passport program to beautiful Sundance Mountain Resort in Utah, that was our honeymoon. And it was paid for. And we went on to take, during his lifetime, the rest of the story is sometimes people don't think that those making memories and traveling the world is important, but I will never have to regret that we weren't able to live life to the fullest with my husband and my kids, making memories, traveling with what Singular provided us, because we went from being broke and living paycheck to paycheck and borrowing money from my mother-in-law to cover overdrafts at the bank, to traveling the world and my kids getting to make memories with their dad before they lost him. So, if this is your time to really consider if it's an answer to prayers for you, and you can hear these great stories, and if something resonates, now is probably the time to take action and get involved and take a look at the ranks and income and see at what level it would make a difference in your life. So that's my story there. And I don't know if we want to slip into
No,
the next.
like that was amazing. And one of the things that I love about what you said, and we're gonna end because we don't want to keep y'all a long time, is like seriously, like I said, I would not have known Julie. I knew her before because I started 9 years ago because my friend Melissa Corbin was sharing on Facebook, and I regret not reaching out to people quicker. I'm so glad Carol's here. And even though I said, well, I don't, you always say, wait, I don't know if the sleep products will help you. She has now led to Kelsey being here. So it's all about paying it forward, and it's all about the things that can help you. And I said earlier, like Kelsey's story so much relates, but when you listen to Julie, you're like, I would never be able to do that. As a banker, I can tell you, people are not prepared to retire. They do have debt. I don't care what you think they drive or what they're doing. And Melissa can echo this because she was in banking as well for years. Y'all, it really does matter. But one of the things that Julie talked about was that, like that first trip, companies don't send people on first trips. We pay monthly bonuses that come off of the revenue of the company. Yes, there are a couple of companies that pay like 5 to 7% revenue. But guess who gets that money? Me and Julie. Not Carol, not Kelsey, not Delphi. Like that doesn't work that way. So I'm so proud of what we do. I'm so proud of the integrity of our product. And it's a huge opportunity if you even just look at the GLP-1 space. But we've been getting the best weight losses for 14 years, and we've been paying the best. And so Rudy Revac, our founder and owner, said life can be so much more than the years you live and the bills you pay. What makes a life is your experiences, your memories, a life lived full of adventure. I was sleeping my life away, needing money. Julie was sleeping her kid's life away, needing money. And Kelsey literally said the same thing, and I didn't even know she was going to say that. So I'm telling you, people need what we have. And so we want you to join us. Somebody invited you to listen to this on recording or so forth and so on. You have 3 ways that you can get involved with Singular. And Julie, if you'll pop that up as a screen for reference, that would be amazing. And so 1, you can be a customer. We all 3 started as customers. I was slow to share, y'all, and Melissa Corbin will go, y'all get me offline. I'll tell you how hard she was to get to share. So you can start as a customer. You pay the same thing that we pay. You just decide what's the best fit for you, and you get with who invited you to figure that out. That's not for me. That's not for Julie, because we don't know what's going on with you, right? And so you get to enjoy wholesale pricing. Lots of times people will say, so if I'm a partner, distributor, a promoter, I can save $1. I'm going to tell you, not only from the compensation plan, but from 29 years in banking, you saving $5 on a kit is not going to pay your credit cards off. You saving $5 on a kit is not going to prepare you for impact, like Julie talked about. So you could join as a referring customer. A referring customer, all I do is pay $49.95 a year. Julie pays $49.95 a year. Carol pays $49.95 a year. Melissa pays $49.95 a year. Robin Packard, an $11 million earner, pays $49.95 a year. And since that we are taking products that are increasing our lifestyle in our bodies, we get paid. So you could make a little bit of money, just like Julie thought at the beginning, and I never believed. And you could do that, and we can help you do that. We've got the system. We've been here 9, 10, 11, 12 years, and we lead the industry. We lead the company in how to do this. So you're in great hands, no matter who you start with in any of our teams. And you can make a little bit of money. But some of you, just like Julie, at that silver manager mark, she figured out, what if I could do something different? Then for the same amount, this sounds like a telecommercial right now, for the same amount. But no, really, I don't think people understand. I pay the same amount for my link as a manager that never does anything. Y'all, you can't do that anywhere else. And I was in banking. Business overhead is huge. I don't have any. $49.95 a year. Like, this is a big deal. So, but some people do go, like I've got a flight attendant. She's like, I have got to stop living paycheck to paycheck. I am working myself to death. I've got a great social media following. I network all over the world. I think this could be something more, but I've never done anything that I could partner with a top earner, a top leader to teach me. So some people will go for my $49.95. I want what Julie just said. I want that long-term protection. Like, I want to be able to do that. And so there's a great place for you. All three, what you're going to do is talk to who invited you to this video or to this recording, whether you're my person, Julie's person, Kelsey's person, Barbara's person, whatever. And we're going to figure out the best place for you to start. All three are needed. All three are welcomed. Okay. And so, but what I'm going to tell you is 9 years ago, I was wrong. I didn't want to buy products. I bought less than what I needed. I didn't open them for 2 months. I had success, and Melissa said, you should share. My arrogance and my pride could have kept most everyone in this company from ever being here. Because it's the I told a friend, and a friend told a friend, and a friend told a friend, and somebody shared on Facebook, and somebody had energy at school that they didn't have before. So I was wrong, but I was ignorant, meaning lack of knowledge. What I can tell you is I paid off the $30,000 in credit card debt. What I can tell you is Julie and I have both been to Bora Bora. What I can tell you is that first trip to Utah, I was like, who goes to Utah? I learned a culture and a care that I've revisited 11 times. I've taken my whole family. I can tell you on the 16th, which is Sunday, will mark 6 years ago, I gave my mother a house because we bought a new one, the one I'm sitting in right now. She had lived in public housing. We lived low income, not even moderate income, for the majority of my whole life. I did great work at the bank. I was always smart. I always did everything to the best of my ability, but I had no vision. No one had ever presented in my whole life, presented vision to me until Singular. I am a better person. I'm a better friend. I'm a better leader. I'm a better mom. I lost my mom on January 30th of this year to lung cancer. And next Thursday on the 20th, I'm going to sell the house that she only lived in because of Singular. And it's been a hard year. And you know who showed up? Singular. You know who showed up? The people in this video. You know who I go to first for prayer? The people that Julie talked to. So I don't care what you're looking for. Somebody you know needs to lose weight. Somebody you know is skinny like my friend Carol. Somebody you know has no idea she's going to lose her husband like my friend Julie. Somebody you know is just a little girl lost like I was. And that her mama was desperate for her to start. And I was too arrogant to understand the power of this. So when you're listening to this and you go, those two blondes are crazy. The only one I could hear is Kelsey. That's okay. I was there too. You don't hurt our feelings. We're going to be here. So get with who invited you. We truly want you to start where you need to for what you need to. But you will never find a better home, a better place, a better product, a better compensation plan, a better company, a better care. You will never find who you're supposed to be without this company. And I will end on that. Thank you so much. We will get the recording to everyone. Julie, thank you so much. I love you. Carol, thank you for sharing because Kelsey wouldn't be here without you. Y'all have a great evening. Ciao.